Welcome back to Movies TV Mad. You can follow me on Twitter, of course, at Movies TV Mad. And welcome to Monday's edition of the MUFC Daily. And I hope you're having a great Monday. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Ollie Bean, or should I say Mr. Ollie Bean, or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be polite, is still our manager. So how can any Manchester United fan show their face out there? How can we wear our merch and show the world we love Manchester United when a sideshow clown is the manager of the team? Probably today he will be turning up for training for the players who are there at the moment. Very depressing, very sad. Every time I see his smile, my blood pressure goes sky high. This is not just a question of a bad, embarrassing manager. I just simply don't like the man anymore because he knows he's incapable of being a manager at an elite club, but he's masquerading as an elite manager. I can just imagine. I keep on having recurring nightmares of his press conferences and that smile and the bullshit he touts out. If they didn't replace him over the last weekend after the City game, why are they going to do it now? Now, there's multiple rumours about who's coming in to replace him. I'm simply not interested anymore. I simply don't believe it. Now, there is a source on Twitter claiming that things are going to happen today. I'll believe it when I see it. Now, Brendan Rodgers. Now, listen, some people are saying we don't just want a better manager than Ollie. We want the best manager. And listen, I feel your frustration. I'd love Zidane to be our next manager. I mean, it ticks so many boxes. But at the end of the day, we can't force that situation. If the guy don't want to come to us, if it doesn't seem right with the owners, and this is part of the problem with getting an elite manager at Manchester United, Brendan Rodgers will have to do. Because even if he's just a temporary 2-year manager, I'm happy with that. Look, Brendan may not be the manager we want. He may not even be capable of winning the Premier League or the European Cup. But he plays really good football. He's an intelligent football person. And he's everything. He's the total opposite of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're in a mess, everyone. We can't just sit here picking and choosing who we want. We could do that in the summer. We could do that in a couple of years. But who knows? Brendan may actually be the manager that this club needs. Think about it. He's a good manager. How do you know what he's capable of winning? Did anyone think Ferguson was capable of winning a treble? I know Ferguson's history at Scotland was amazing. And it was obvious to bring him to United. I get that. This guy isn't Ferguson. But he's a proper professional manager. He's everything that Ollie isn't. We just need to get this manager out. And some people say, well, that's not the attitude. We should stick with Ollie until we get the right person. We cannot afford to do that. Because the situation is dramatic. Because it's not just about him, having terrible tactics, losing games, being over-defensive. Excuse me. Players want to leave because of him. Van der Beek, Ronaldo, Pogba, and many more, Martial, are all going to leave if this dimwit remains as our manager. He has to be removed as soon as possible. Now, if he is removed, because I don't think the club have got any energy on their own to remove him, if he does go, and it's announced today he goes, I think it's because of player pressure. Ronaldo's very shocked how bad a manager this guy is. I am not that shocked because you look at his background as a coach. He worked for the United Reserves. He did an okay job. He went to Cardiff. He relegated them. He went back to Mulder. I think he won the league. And I mean, we're talking about Norway here. So sorry, Norwegians, but it's a fact, right? The Norway League, the Norwegian League isn't the Premier League. It isn't La Liga. It isn't Serie A. So, let's not hide from that. This guy is an amateur manager. We've had some pretty good managers so far at the Manchester United ladies team as well. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful because I love women's football and I'm a full supporter of the Manchester United ladies team. I watch their games. I think that they have wonderful technical ability. We had a great manager with the ladies team last year. She's an OBE or an MBE or something like that. And she left because basically the state of the women's side of the club was disgusting. And that's outrageous that women's football isn't being treated with the same respect as the men's at Manchester United. Look how long it took them to actually form a female team. So, we've actually had better managers in the past couple of years being manager of Manchester United ladies rather than Manchester United men's. Why I give this comparison isn't because I'm disrespecting the Manchester United ladies team. I'm disrespecting the fact that men's football at Manchester United has been around for so long. And it seems that we've had better... Basically, the female manager who was there last year, and I keep on forgetting her name, is a better coach than Ollie. Again, that's not an embarrassing thing, but she's great. She's amazing. She could manage the men's team and do a better job than Ollie. She's a really good manager, and it's a shame the ladies team lost her. So we have, we have a manager that isn't fit for purpose. And as I keep on saying, there's no point in debating it. I don't know if he's going to be sacked or if he's going to be in charge of Watford. But we could have a more, as I said yesterday, we could have an even more frightening scenario that they're looking for a manager to partner Ollie. Now, I think I'd have to duck my head and give Manchester United a break. I always support them and love them, but I can't be involved. If it goes to a situation where they're trying to rescue his managership, I can't be involved as an intelligent person. I always loved Manchester United. I'll just have to step away from football and the club. I will, because this guy has to go. There comes a point where you have to say, you know what, my mental health can't take anymore. And I know I'll get some people saying, oh, you're going to support another team. No, I'm not interested in supporting another team. I just won't be involved in football anymore. I won't support football. I'll always look out for United's results, but I won't talk about them on here or on Twitter anymore. If they do something like that and bring a manager to help Ollie, it's not what I want. It's not what any of us want, and it's not what should happen. What should happen today, if there's any justice in the world, this manager should finally be relieved of his duties. How he's still the manager? How is he still there? How? It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't think anyone can justify this decision that they haven't sacked him. We're showing faith in Ollie, or they don't have another manager to go for. Listen, right? There's managers out there who can do a better job than Ollie. We may not have heard of them before, but this situation is ridiculous. So it's interesting. You've got the Ten Hag at Ajax saying that he wasn't interested in a Newcastle job because he's happy at Ajax. Bullshit. He just didn't want to go to Newcastle and work for a bunch of gangsters. And Newcastle isn't a huge club. If Manchester United come calling, he would definitely be interested in being our manager. I think the Ralph guy, I forgot his name, the one everyone's obsessed with, I think it'd be good if Ten Hag could be our manager and the Ralph guy, if that's his name, could be like our technical director. I think we would have the dream ticket and the dream team, but this is Manchester United, this is the Glazers, and things like that just don't happen to us anymore. We've had kind of, in the past 30 years, we've had one elite manager, and since then, I mean, we've had has-been managers, haven't we? Mourinho has been, LVG has been, Moyes, never the right fit. I know he's doing well at West Ham, but West Ham's one thing and Manchester United Football Club is another. So, it's pretty obvious that this manager needs to just go. I mean, he's a worse situation than LVG, Moyes and Mourinho, because at least they had a CV. This guy hasn't got a CV, and whatever's on his CV is like, oh yeah, you worked for McDonald's making the milkshakes once. That's his career in football. That's my analogy for his career. So there's no kind of debate about this. There's no kind of, well, let's give him time. Listen, we've been very kind to this insignificant little man. He's been our manager for, this is his third season. He's been given... And basically, what's really exposed him, because I don't think any of us really thought he was as bad of a manager than we really thought he was. For example, the players he bought or were given to him this summer exposed him for being the bad manager that he is. Before that, we thought he was okay. I mean, nothing compared to Klopp and the Chelsea manager and Pep. But we thought maybe he could do something. Maybe he could learn and be a great manager. But it's once we saw what he was doing with the great players. And it all started with Van der Beek last year. But it's so blatant now. Since Ronaldo's come in and the other players have come in, he's been exposed for the accidental manager he really is. This has been the MUFC Daily. I'm Mick, your host with the most. Just ask your girlfriends and your wives. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you never miss this perfection. And I'll be back tomorrow with even more MUFC Daily. Until then, goodbye.